Hello, everyone. We're Matt and Lisa Jacobson.
And this is Faithful Life Podcast, Marriage Weekend Edition, where every Friday we take just a few minutes to talk about one simple way for you to enjoy a better weekend together. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Marriage Weekend.
Yes, happy Friday.
Are you ready to dive into the weekend with the one you love and have a fantastic time together?
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's do it.
That's what Lisa and I are going to do. So we are going to be talking today about one simple, small, easy, massively powerful thing that you can do, that you should do in your marriage on a regular basis. And this weekend is the time to start doing it.
So what are we talking about? Gratitude.
The G word, gratitude. So I've got a great story from my dad that I want to tell about this. Now, for those of you who follow me on Instagram and you look at my Insta stories from time to time, you'll see I post about Dad. He's on hospice care. We don't know how much longer he's going to be with us. But my dad used to be a bush pilot in northern British Columbia and the Yukon. And so what he was a flying missionary. He would fly into the logging camps, the mining camps, people that were in out-of-the-way places, a lot of Native American villages. He was a good friend with Tahltan elder Willie Williams. So we just have a lot of stories from him from his time up as a missionary with my mom as a bush pilot. But the one that I wanted to tell today was he flew into this really remote little area, and there was a man and his wife and 3 kids living there. The guy was a Christian, and he and Dad were talking about the things of the Word, and they were going back and forth. But the guy just, he had this wife that just had this cast down countenance, and she just wasn't very happy. And the guy made the comment to Dad. He says, I just don't think my wife has any gifts.
Oh, no. Oh.
All right. Oh. So they were discussing his spiritual gifts. And then he goes, I don't think my wife has any gifts. My dad looked over at those 3 boys and he said, well, I can think of 3 gifts that she's given you.
Oh, so, good for him.
Love right? It. So, so that guy was just basically straight up ungrateful. But a lot of us aren't, that sort of coarse and callous about it. But the fact is that many wives feel unappreciated by the most important person in her life. Is your wife one of them?
I don't know if the question is so much whether you're grateful for your wife. I think the real question is, does she feel like you're grateful for her? Does she just sense your gratitude deep in her heart? I think that's really the question.
Well, absolutely. And the fact is that many husbands are ready and willing to tell everybody else on the planet how awesome their wife is. Those third-hand conversations where you're describing something she did for you, something that she does, an amazing aspect of her character, her personality, her abilities. We're so ready to tell other people about how great our wives are.
And yet those same wives would be stunned if they heard the way their husband talk about them, because they never really hear that with their own ears.
All right, big guy. So I've got a question for you. When was the last time you took your woman in your arms and you paused for a moment, you looked deeply into her eyes, and you told her 3 things that you truly appreciate about her, 3 things that you are deeply grateful for? But maybe you're like that guy in my dad's experience, and you're just frankly not really all that grateful. You're just going through life and you're not really all that appreciative. The fact is that many husbands have no idea how good they have it. So here's the truth. For 98.9% of the men on the planet, I've done the research. That's a scientific number. Okay. But anyway, the fact of the matter is most men, this is true of, you are married to a good woman. And she does a lot for you.
I think sometimes we're so enveloped by blessings that we actually lose perspective and we stop being grateful. And how can a husband tell if he's become ungrateful? Well, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is ask your wife something like, hey, babe, do you feel like I'm grateful for you and all you do around here? Many wives would be shocked that you would even ask them the question. But it's a good place to start. And then the next thing is, are you ready for the answer, for that honest answer?
Absolutely. Are you ready? And you got to prepare yourself for that, because some of you are going to get a super positive answer. Yes, babe, I just feel so appreciated, and I know you love me so much, and thank you, and I just sense that you are deeply grateful. But some of you, and maybe a lot of you, are not going to get that answer. And if you have the kind of relationship that you've cultivated where you're going to get an honest answer, some of you might get kind of a negative answer. So the question is are you prepared for the answer, whichever way it goes? And by prepared, we mean, are you ready to receive it with a humble spirit? All right? Even if it's not what you hoped for, are you ready to receive it with a humble spirit? And so that on the one hand, your wife can express how she truly feels, and on the other hand, you can take that negative response and you can start working on making it a positive one next time.
And I want to say something to the men who are listening right now. It's not that we don't recognize that men also like to be appreciated, want to hear gratitude from their wives. But I'm just going to put this out here. I really believe that women have just a deeper sense, a deeper need of knowing that what they do matters, that you're truly grateful, that it's appreciated, and in a way that most men don't have that same need.
Yeah. Gratitude answers a deep need in your wife's heart to be truly valued.
Yeah, she wants to know, like, does it matter what I do? All this pouring out, all this giving, the serving, does it mean anything to you?
And the thing is, there's only one way for her to know that. And this is one of those gotta pay attention and gotta hang on to it statements. The only gratitude that matters is gratitude that is expressed. Did you get that, guys? The only gratitude that matters is gratitude that is expressed. And the fact of the matter is it takes so very little for most wives to feel appreciated. You don't have to climb the Matterhorn or, Mount Everest or Mount Hood in Oregon and yell from the top of the mountain.
Or write some long, eloquent letter. Like, it doesn't require that.
It doesn't require that. Now, on the other hand, we shouldn't be, measuring out our gratitude with teaspoons, right?
No.
But it doesn't take that much for her to feel it. So start today, and you can find something. You can find one thing every day this week and beyond. We're not just talking about 1 week and you're done.
1 week only special.
No, this is a lifetime commitment, right? But you can find something to express gratitude for. And your words are so powerful. So use them. Open your mouth and say something affirming to your wife. It's just not that difficult.
So true. There's nothing like gratitude to open hearts and deepen relationships. You want to be appreciated. So does your wife, from the most important person in her life, and that's you.
Yeah, so gratitude is this powerful glue in the marriage relationship. So this weekend, be wise and use that glue in your relationship. Be grateful. And of course, it goes both ways. We absolutely acknowledge that, but we're just looking to the husbands this week to take the lead, set the tone, and just express that you are deeply grateful for your wife. So get started. All you have to do is take your wife in your arms, right? Take her in your arms, touch her, put your hands on her arms, take her in your arms, and tell her 3 things that you are genuinely grateful for her. All right? That's day 1, and then you get to say something every day, all right, for the weekend. So what, a 2-day assignment? How hard is that?
It's a good starting spot.
It's a good starting spot, and then you go on from there. Now, the fact of the matter is sometimes we kind of run out of ideas. We run out of things to say, and we kind of forget all of the options, all of the categories, all of this great body of our wife's awesomeness and husband's awesomeness that we can dip into to express gratefulness for. So Lisa and I are releasing a new book, actually a new set of books, and it's called 100 Words of Affirmation Your Husband Needs to Hear. And then the other book is 100 Words of Affirmation Your Wife Needs to Hear. Right? You can they come out October 1, but if you want to get your copy and get in line, you can pre-order them right now on Amazon. So we just want to encourage everybody to go there. We will put a link in the episode description and also in the notes on the website.
Yeah, and I just want to add, you could actually buy these books as a bundle, and you get a significant discount if you do. So if you want a set so that both you and your husband are growing together in these things, it's a wonderful way to do that. And if you pre-order, you'll be sure and get your copy so that they don't run out.
Yeah, absolutely. So go get them. 100 Words of Affirmation Your Husband Needs to Hear, and 100 Words of Affirmation Your Wife Needs to Hear. So there you have it. Be grateful, and then make sure you express that gratefulness this weekend. Have an awesome marriage weekend together, people.
God bless.
All right. God bless you. Bye.